Yo, good morning, YouTube family. Right, okay, so I'm gonna do a video today for you about manifesting things into your life, manifestation, whatever that means to you. Alright, so I see a lot of videos about this topic on YouTube, but really these people don't flippin' know what they're talking about, yo. They hear things and then they go make another video and then they just regurgitate what they've said. They really don't know what it means or how it works or any of that stuff. So I'm gonna give you the 411 on that whole thing from like the most detailed. Like literally after you hear this video, you will never like be the same, period. You just won't. Okay, so let's talk about okay, so it's important for you to know that there is no linear time, okay? So when I say that, I mean everything is happening right here, right now, in this moment, period. I mean, I know it doesn't seem like that to you because you're such a perfect aspect of consciousness that you can literally create this steady stream of light and people that you're just pretending are all like serving this purpose for you, and they're all like giving you these cool experiences, and it seems really like that car is driving down the street, but it's not, yo, okay? It's like the illusion of movement takes billions and billions of like parallel realities just to even experience movement, okay? So every time you see a clock, right? Each time the hand ticks even once, it's a completely new reality, right? Literally a new reality. So if I had a quarter in this hand, right? And then I moved it and I put it in this hand, that would literally be like teleportation, right? And it would literally be a different quarter because the vibrational signature of the quarter over here in this part of space-time is different than the vibration of the quarter over here. Even though they seem like the same quarter, to us, the actual signature is different, the vibration, and that makes it a completely different quarter. So like let's say you're a smoker and you stop smoking, your timeline instantly changes. You jump back on the timeline of the person who never even started. So literally, I mean, that's just an example, but you're a different person every moment. So now that we know that everything is going on right now, it's important for us to know that we've never really received anything from the universe or ourself or whatever you want to believe is bringing things to you, chance, luck, whatever that may seem like, but there isn't, you've never received anything, okay? So you've only given yourself things based on your emotions, your excitement, your intentions, your actions, okay? So let's say you want, the one thing people always say is, I want a bunch of money, right? I want a bunch of, how do I get all this money into my life, okay? So let's just say let's just go into what money is, okay? Money is not intrinsically valuable, all right? It's just a tool, like a hall pass to give you an experience. Some people really hold on to this belief that they need money to do whatever it is they want to do. So that brings me to my next point. When you put a desire out for something you're envisioning, something you want to experience, right? It's important that you don't have any expectations or any beliefs in how that's going to come to fruition, right? Because what you don't really understand is when you're born here, it's like a big game of Marco Polo, right? You got your invisible aspect up here and your invisible aspect in here, and it knows exactly what you want, but it can only help you feel into that situation, right? It knows exactly how to bring it to you, but you have to think the right thoughts and feel that presence in what it's telling you to bring that to you. And I'll explain that a little further, right? So if you have an expectation and you say, like, I want to go travel, okay? Like I say, why do you want all this money? Because I want to travel, okay? Well, let's say like you're a photographer and you know, you're really good at it, and then you get a call from some resorts and they're like, hey, we're gonna fly you around the world to take pictures of our resorts. Boom, now you're traveling and you're getting paid for it, right? And that experience would have never, like, your higher self brought that to you. Your higher self, their higher self, work together to line up paths, to line up certain pathways in which that experience can come. And if you're thinking there's only one way you can have that experience, then you close the door to all those paths that could have came, because your higher self sees up and over the mountain. It knows all the different ways in which something can come to you. So it's important not to hold on to any belief that there's only one way it can come, right? So it's really important to ask yourself why you need all this money and why you hold on to a belief that money is the only way you can have this experience. So the other thing is knowing how to read your emotions, your heart, your excitement level, right? Something people do that they don't realize is, like, let's say they want to meet, like, let's say you're some chick and you want to meet like this amazing guy, right? All you're doing is thinking about all the negative aspects of what this person not being in your life represents, right? Like, oh my gosh, I'm not good enough because all these guys are assholes I meet, and I'm never gonna meet Mr. Right, and it's like, you're just thinking about, you don't understand that excitement is what brings things into your life, not, well, if you're fearing something all the time, that also will bring it into your life, because fear is not in line with source. So in order for source to let you know that you shouldn't fear anything, whatever it is you fear will be brought to you so you can experience it and understand exactly what the nature is of it and no longer be in fear of it. Or it'll keep happening until you find a way to realize it doesn't kill you and you're gonna be okay. So let's get off the fear shit though, because none of us are gonna be in fear of anything, right? None of us. We're just gonna be excited about all the space we have in our life for all these new things to come, right? That's important. If you lose something, let's say you're in a relationship and it just ended, right? And you're like, yo, I'm so sad. No, man, that is wrong. Do not be sad. That person was not right for you, or you weren't right for them, and you were forcing it. It wasn't easy. There was resistance. So it was taken out of your life, and you were given space and room for the person that really is going to serve you and really is going to give you the best experience for this lifetime. So think about the person. Get in detail in your head, like what they look like, what they smell like, what kind of conversations you're gonna have. And it's important, like, to really be honest with yourself and your expectations. This isn't like something where you can just be like, yo, I want to meet Justin Bieber and I'm just gonna get excited about, like, really, it's about integrity too, right, guys? Like, the whole part of feeling. So this is how like the universal map works. Like, the universal map to happiness, following your joy. Just that simple. Following what makes you excited in every moment is literally the path to experiencing whatever it is that you want to experience and brings you the most joy. So if something doesn't make you excited when you envision it, if you don't get that feeling in your heart that this is really achievable and this is really something I want, and it doesn't fire you up to the point where you get goosebumps, then it's probably not then it's probably not something coming your way, you know? It's got to be like something that you really want and you really know you can get. It's not like you can just be in fantasy land, you know? I mean, you could, if that really is what makes you excited, I mean, go for it. But being realistic, and that doesn't mean cutting yourself short. That just means being realistic with your heart and what your true desires are, what you really want, okay? So there's this quantum field that you're not going to understand because we have human brains. So let's not try to understand quantum fields. We're not Albert Einstein, right? I mean, you can try to understand it, but it's tough. Whenever you have a thought, right? or whenever you envision something, you send out this like hologram of you actually, literally, once you think that thought, you can pretty much understand that that moment has already happened. Right, it's not actually feeling and experiencing something that makes it real. The thought is way more real than the experience. Once you think it, once you see it in your mind's eye, boom, it's already happened on some parallel reality, and you basically, what you're doing is trying to get on the path that brings you to that reality where that has been experienced, so you can actually physically experience it, right? So your higher self is gonna guide you through urges, through excitement, through like whatever way it can. And as long as you're always doing and following your heart and not like, for instance, if somebody's like, yo, let's go out to the club, and it's like a Thursday night and you don't really want to go, but you're like, I don't want to be mean. This is what I mean, guys. You don't go then. You just say, sorry, I don't feel like going. And if that person's like, oh, but you gotta go, you're such a lame-o, then fuck that person, yo, they're an idiot. Let them go and do whatever they want. If you don't feel like going, there's a reason, guys. There's no accidents here. Like, there's no, you don't accidentally hit the lottery. You don't, like, I get so, like, I laugh so hard when I go to places like where people are gambling. Like, these people are literally like, yo, I need to get a whole bunch of money for free and I'm just gonna sit here on this machine until it happens. Yo, if you're supposed to get a bunch of money for some reason, you will get it. You don't need to like, it's not valuable. Everything here is just equal. It's just valid. It's just a tool for an experience, right? Literally. But once you understand these kind of, these laws of how things work, and you're constantly coming from an excited point, and you're constantly like excited, your timeline's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be wonderful. If you lose a job, you get so excited about that space you have to bring a new job in. If you get in a car accident or your car breaks down, you get so excited about the motivation you get to get a new car and the space you have for it. No matter what you lose, you can always be excited about the new space you have to experience something new. And whatever it is you want, you can always get excited about it. And you just have to know that there's no guesswork. It's matter of fact. Just listen to your heart and listen to your guidance and never second guess it, never. So, I hope somebody can get something out of this. And don't like be like, yo, why don't you have all this stuff then? Literally, I'm going through this process too, alright? This stuff is new to me. As of like a week ago, I got this download. So I'm excited about it too. And I will tell you right now, like, ever since I quit this addiction, I have this, I'm able to be like so much more in tune. And I promise you within 60 days, this will be a completely different situation I'm in because I've already seen it. And I'm gonna make it happen because I know how, and you know how now too. So what are you doing, yo? Get out there and start manifesting some ish. Remember, circumstances don't matter. Circumstances do not matter. What matters is that you realize that you are the creator and you came here to have some fun. So start having it. All right, later.